Okay, can we stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Do we have enough chairs for everybody out there tonight? Excellent. I'm going to go to the report of the chairman. Alan is out tonight. He's on vacation. So, Jerry, would you be our acting secretary for tonight?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Jerry will take care of that. And also, Sheila, welcome up to the front table. I want to let everybody know that Joe is on vacation, and I don't want anyone reading into the fact that Sheila is here and we're having an executive session on the superintendent's contract at the end of the night and get all the rumors swirling.
Yes,
so,
please.
Joe, if you're watching, everything is okay. I just wanted to clarify that because I know how things go. Yeah, that's right. It'll be on Facebook in 2 minutes. No one signed up for public participation. Is there anyone here for public participation? No, I know the front door got unlocked. We're going to move on to the consent agenda. How about any questions from the board members on the minutes of the last meeting, which was June 3rd, I believe? Any questions on the warrant and wire transfers? Moving right along. How about the budget transfers? Okay, Sheila, notification of hires.
We've been very busy at central office this summer as we're working to onboard all of our new staff. We're really excited about new teacher orientation, which will be on August 21st and 22nd. Like we've done in the past, we will then invite all of our new staff to the first board meeting in September, so you'll get a chance to actually meet them all. But we've got a few people. We've got Evelyn Chaburi is our new elementary instructional leader for math and science. She comes to us from New Britain, having worked in administration and used illustrative math and the new next generation science standards. So she will kind of pick up from Roseanne Houghton and continue that work going. Kenderly Isaac is joining us from Bassick High School. She brings experience to the new history position that we were able to add in this budget to Bassick this year. Bethany Preston is a .5 speech and language pathologist that we're adding to Stepney. It's another new position due to caseload over there and Ashley Fimian really needing some help. And Nicole Newman is our certified math specialist. That's another new position that we added. We took 2 non-certified math interventionists to be able to bring in a certified math person at the middle school. And Nicole will be leaving Reading, where she's been a math teacher and a math interventionist, to be able to support Jockey Hollow. Gina Silvestri Miranda is a special education teacher. She is filling an open spot at Jockey Hollow, coming to us a little bit north from Stanford. And right now she's actually working at our ESY program, so got it right in there. Dr. Kara Tanner is our elementary instructional leader for English language arts, and she is coming to us with 12 years in Richfield. And she'll be helping out to continue that work on the right to read legislation and all the work that Kim Nelly has done. And Kara will keep us going forward. And the last one on the list is Joanna Vizcarrando. She has completed her master's degree at UConn, and this will be her first job. And
very
she's
nice.
filling an elementary teaching position at Fawn Hollow.
Great. Great. Thank you very much. Any questions, comments? Go ahead. Motion to approve the consent agenda as presented by Dennis, second by Greg. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye, unanimous. Thank you very much. We're going to move to the reports of the committees. I know our students are not here, and Steve will get us some new student reps coming up. Any reports from any board members? I know it's over the summer. Okay, hearing none, we're going to move to the report of the superintendent. Sheila, go ahead.
So Ron will talk us through the fund activity statements as well as the budget transfers.
Yeah, so in your packets are the May, I'm sorry, I had my mic covered, are the May and June fund activity statements. I was just going to cover the June fund activity statement, if that's okay with everyone. The statement is showing a overall surplus of just under $1.2 million, which is about 1.7% of the overall budget. That's not a final year-end number, but it's a pretty close number. Okay. The drivers for that, going through it quick on page 80, which is page 1 of the year-to-date budget report, you'll see the teacher salaries and sped salaries both showing surpluses, and that was primarily driven to staff movement from when the budget was prepared. Paraprofessionals, object code 751129, showing a surplus of $133,000, driven by open positions through the year. You'll see down a little further in substitutes call-up, 751200, went over, and that was driven primarily kind of offsetting that para line. Payroll taxes, 752200, was also in a surplus, driven by, again, the salary lines.
Ron,
Sure.
Payroll taxes.
Yep.
I'm sure we adjusted this year for the increase in those payroll taxes, right? The state increased that?
So.
Or does that not affect
the state? Yeah, that
municipalities?
wouldn't increase, because that's
Okay.
just driven by the employees withholding.
Okay.
It's not the employer. So, I think that's what you're alluding to.
Yeah, because, they upped it by 10,000, so,
Yeah.
okay.
Are you talking unemployment, maybe?
No, just pure payroll taxes.
Just pure payroll
Yeah.
taxes? Okay. Medical and dent, 752800, medical and drug insurance. That was primarily driven by the contingency that was built into the number that we had last year. You always have to provide for a contingency for changes in coverage. If someone gets married or has kids, or has a life-changing event. So we don't have that much contingency in it this year, in the current year we're currently in, but we did have that. And also we did, the rates came in, the increase came in a little lower last year than anticipated, so it was the combination of the two of those.
So Ron, is that 937,000 final? The transfer that you have, 937,877 year to year. I mean,
So
sorry, I jumped to page 20.
okay. So it's not the final transfer.
Okay.
Okay, there's, I'll have some smaller transfers, cleanup transfers in September,
Okay.
assuming we don't have a meeting in August. But it's the bulk of it, yeah.
Okay,
So.
thank you.
And then on page 81, student transportation, 755100, had a large surplus. The large surplus in transportation was primarily driven by special education. So.
Thank you. Any questions for Ron about that? No? All right, Ron, you want to talk about the budget transfers?
Yeah,
We're going to
so-
vote on them under new business.
Yeah, so the budget transfer, and if we stay in the year-to-date budget report, you'll see any object codes that are negative, which means those object codes went over budget. So the budget transfer just basically, for lack of a better way to put it, cleans those up.
Mhm. Any questions for Ron on the transfers?
The answer to one?
No, they're self-explanatory.
Okay. I'd like to ask Jen to come up to the table to give the final special ed update for the 23-24 school year.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Jen, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we ended the year on a very high note, I'm very happy to say. Just talking about enrollment first, we didn't have any students that moved in the month of June. We had one student who was withdrawn from services. We had 25 seniors who graduated, but we did make 12 students eligible, so it brings our final number to 611. So that's our final number for the year. So when you're looking at our financials, you can see that after all the, like I said before, all the final transfers were done, we completed the year well. Overall, we found some savings in outside agencies and transportation, as Ron said. We also did, at the end of the day, receive $688,000 back for excess cost, which was great, total. So, and as I had been reporting all along, our public and private transportation, private tuition lines did go over. We did overspend in those areas, and also in that homebound line and the independent evaluation lines as well. And that's not anything that should be a surprise to any of us, just because we had been talking about that all year. Those were due to the needs of our students. But at the end of the day, we made out okay. So we're good. We're good moving forward for next year.
Yep.
Any
And we
questions?
want to thank you for that, because we were worried that we'd have to ask Board of Finance to dip into that fund, and we didn't need to, and we're still coming out with a surplus. So, yeah, thank you, everybody, for that.
Nice job.
That's what we're happy about.
Yeah.
Thank
Was
you.
that, was the reimbursement cost, was that on par with what you had kind of thought the state was going
It's
to
about
reimburse? That?
$70,000 less than anticipated. That was from cuts from this year, so we'll see what happens next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another 70 would have been nice.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would have been very nice.
Yeah, it's going to basketball coach at UConn, so.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jen. During the 25 school year, we're going to be doing some negotiations with paras and nurses and custodians because they all expire in June of 25. So we'll be meeting with those groups as the year moves on, and we'll also be looking for at least one board member to be a part of those conversations. So if you're interested in being a part of any of one of them, if you want to just shoot Joe an email, letting him know, that would be great. We also had included the CAPS Cape Conference in November the 15th and 16th this year. If anyone is interested in attending, there is an early bird price that is definitely cheaper. As you get closer to the date, the price increases. So if anybody's interested, if they want to let Terry Stellato know, that would be great.
Do you have any idea when they're going to post the final agenda? Because it's not up there now. No.
No, I'm not sure. I'll reach out to Cape and see whether or not they have an idea.
Thanks.
I'll let you know.
And Sheila, we should review the new state requirement for board members' education.
Yes.
Because I know that's going to affect Greg, and then if there's any PD or continuing education, I don't know if that bill covered that. I know it said new board members.
It said new specifically.
But we
so-
should probably take a look at that and make sure that we're compliant with that.
Yes.
Because they do have some good webinars and seminars and.
It's been 2 days.
There's something coming up right in August, I
Yeah.
think, for new board members.
Yeah, okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, thank you very much. We're going to go on to unfinished business. We have curriculum second review with a vote anticipated. We heard this presentation from Jamie Sherry on our last meeting on June 3rd. Any questions or anything on that?
And Mike Crowley is here if there are any questions.
Definitely no questions. Motion to approve as written.
Okay, I have a motion to approve the 6th grade media
You're doing so
literacy
great
curriculum as presented. Can I have a second? Seconded by Jeff. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye, unanimous. Thank you very much.
I may or may not have read.
We're going to move on to new business, approval of the year-end budget transfers. We just heard about the budget transfers from Ron. Can I have a motion to approve the year-end budget transfers as presented at tonight's meeting?
Motion.
Dennis, seconded by Jerry. Any discussion?
Presentation.
Hearing none, all in favor? Unanimous, thank you very much.
Dave, did you skip the 6th grade presentation, 6th grade media presentation?
Did I? No, I think that was.
That
what
was
we-
part of
That was the
the-
second
Second
review.
review, second review.
Yeah.
That was
yep,
the second round
yep.
of curriculum, yeah.
You never know, though. Good to check.
It's too late, but
Okay,
we already
next,
voted. You can ask
we
me.
have an executive session. Can I have a motion that the Board of Education hereby moves enter into executive session to discuss the compensation in terms of the superintendent's contract in accordance with Connecticut General Statute Sections 1-206A. Jeff, can I have a second? Chrissy, any discussion? Okay, I'm going to say that we're not going to vote on this. I did have a conversation with Steve Sedor and Joe, but we do need to go into executive session to discuss something. So we'll discuss that, come out, and then adjourn. I do not expect a vote. So we can go into the back classroom, or we can go over here, depending on who stays and whatever we want to do. Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Thank you very much. We are in executive session at 7:15. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for that break. It is now 8:08, and I called the board out of executive session at this time. We are taking no action on our executive session, so without anything else on the agenda, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chair,
Jerry?
motion to adjourn.
Second, Greg? Any discussion? All in favor?
a good
Unanimous.
summer.
Good night, everybody.